Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa. Whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to Aquarius's reading for the second half of June 2022. You can have Aquarius anywhere in your chart. And of course, cross watchers are always welcome. Before I get started with the reading, let me remind y'all that this is a general public reading, so some, none, or all of it may apply. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that time is fluid. It's not linear. It means that for each individual person watching, that means this could have already happened, or this could be happening right now, or this could happen in the future. Or not at all. Because not all readings resonate with every sign all the time. It's always going to be different. Or it can sometimes. Whichever. Also keep in mind that we all have free will to change the outcome of any reading at any time for any reason. And then we would get blessings or karma accordingly. And that's up to Saturn to figure all that out. So, I hope y'all are doing well, Aquarius. I hurt myself at work a couple days ago again. So, instead of going to work, I was in the emergency room with muscle spasms so hard that I couldn't hardly breathe. But I got medicine, I'm good, and I'm in no more pain at all. 2 days later. Yay! So, everything's been going rather well overall this month, so I ain't even sweating that injury because it's gone now. So anyhow, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the reading. What does Aquarius and their cross watchers need to know? And I'm so not reading all those cards. What does Aquarius and their cross watchers need to know for the second half of June 2022? So we got Unity in the reverse. That's the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this is about that marriage again, I'm sure. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Holding on too tightly to this very untraditional marriage. Two people staying together for money. Well, I guess that is traditional. But it's time to come out of traditional, because traditional doesn't work. Traditional sucks. And what traditional is hanging on to old marriages for the kids. Subjecting yourself to a nightmare just for kids and money. That's the old paradigm. Shit don't work. It's never worked. And it ain't gonna start working now. Really, really, really hanging on too tight to this marriage. Four of Pentacles, being too frivolous or too cautious with money. You really need to be, well, you're less Aquarius or cross watcher, if you're the Karmic, whoever you are, you should have been more giving to the less fortunate, because it went to your head and you got greedy and nasty when it came to money, and you hoarded money for yourself. When you saw people in need, you didn't help them. You hoarded your money and you held back because you're a taker only. it's so depleting. You gotta learn how to give stuff away now. Because you're losing a lot of stuff and you have to give a lot of stuff away. And you could lose your stuff to someone who is less fortunate, and making them more fortunate for getting whatever the stuff is. The stuff can be tangible, it can be spiritual, it can be emotional, it could be anything. It could be financial. On the Unity card, it says seek out mentors and like-minded friends in the reverse. It means that you seek out like-minded friends who are not respectable people. Because the Hierophant's all about respect. If it's in the reverse, they're not a respectable person. You and others associated with you closely, because your like-minded friends are witches, evil, nasty, vindictive spell workers who are extremely negative, very selfish, and very clingy and over emotional. It's about the 5th house of Leo: romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. It's about the 4th house of Cancer: unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment. We got the Strength in the reverse, and we got the 8 of Fire in the reverse. The Sun is at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. The 9 of Air at the top of the deck in the upright. Shocker. And underneath that is the 9 of Pentacles reverse and the Queen of Earth in reverse. So here you are, Karmic Feminine, in your not so great codependent glory here. Being, and underneath that's the fucking King of Earth. So this is, you relied too heavily on the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, to provide that money. Now the Emperor is not giving that money because the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles is the one that is in the 9 of Earth energy. For some. But for others, it could be the masculine energy in that energy too, if they're a karmic masculine. And staying stubborn in their patterns. Could very well be that too. So the King and the Queen of Pentacles are both here with the 9 of Pentacles, are all in the reverse. So that energy could mirror very easily on both masculine and feminine energies. So, back to strength. You do not possess great inner strength because you have harsh judgments on others. You show no mercy, no forgiveness, and no compassion to anyone. You're very weak-willed. You have no follow through. You're always looking back at the past and blaming somebody else. It has to stop. That's projection. That's you running away from accountability for your actions. It's not your fault what happened to you, but it's your fault for staying this way that you are, Karmic Feminine. Because you're all fucked up. And you know you're fucked up. I think you do. I'm pretty sure you know. The sooner you get into counseling treatment, better for you. But it would only work if you wanted it to. Because you know how to evade it. Narcissists are very, very good at deflecting and avoiding and evading mental health services. If basically, the only time a narcissist is in mental health services, 99% of the time, is when it's court ordered for them to be there. Anyhow, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Nothing's happening for you. Nothing. There's a lot of shit going on, but there's delays too. After the shit goes down and it gets ended, there really will be no communication. 8 of fire here. No back and forth communication. Nothing but delays. Just nothing. It's about the 11th house of Aquarius, which is your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your aspirations, faith, hope, and healing, and humanitarianism. It's about the 8th house of Scorpio, but it's the negative aspects of both, as well as the negative aspects of the house of Leo. The negative aspects of the house of Scorpio is sex, death, secrets, lies, the hidden, the unseen, the occult, other people's money, wills, inheritances, and taxes. The whole point for you to go into this energy is so it would give you the opportunity to ascend in, to let it go. Let all of your troubles and your burdens go. You're holding on too tightly. You're fighting against destiny, and it's not going to work. Save yourself the strength, because I don't think you have it here. I don't think your physical health is in very good shape. Karmic Feminines with the Sun in reverse. You got that really, really low vibrational double Leo energy going on here, perhaps. No happy outcomes for you. Not anymore. Not until you learn these karmic lessons. Overcome your limitations and your challenges. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Well, that didn't happen. This is failure. Because you totally lack confidence in yourself. You know, there was a time where I realized that I never had confidence. This was like 2 years ago. And what made me realize that I didn't have confidence my whole life? I finally had it. Got that Ace of Cups self-love rejuvenation. And I worked on my confidence with it. Started capitalizing on my skills and my exercise and everything. And confidence was here. And I never had it before. And I think the same is true for you too. You never had it. Because of the programming and the trauma from the past. But it's something that you didn't even know that you didn't have. Because you thought that being in your pride and ego was your confidence, and it's not. Because that's what I thought. I thought that there were times where I was confident in my life, but I was only in my pride and ego. Whenever I was in a fight, 1555, with all these bickering and all this fighting and chaos and conflict going on. That was the only time I was ever in my Leo energy, is whenever I was saying, no, stop, fuck you, I'm out of here, I'm not fighting with you, whatever, you know. But that is pride and ego. That's low vibrational energy. Leos, whenever you have Leo on your chart, Leo is the sun, the life force. You're supposed to shine. People are supposed to see you, whatever you do. You got Leo in your chart. If you got a double Leo in your chart, you have some fucking talent that you never built or capitalized on because you didn't have the confidence to go for it. You're supposed to be a star in this lifetime. This is for Aquarius. And I am familiar with one karmic feminine who has Aquarius in her north node. Only using that low vibrational Aquarian energy, lying, cheating, theft, deception, and trickery and manipulation, doing whatever it takes to win at all costs in their public life and their private life. That's low vibrational energy that does not count in being in your north node. The high vibrational aspects of Aquarius is all about being open-minded and being innovative and being a healer and having hope and faith and wanting to help others and with information or spreading the word or whatever, like being a teacher or something, or somebody in the spotlight. I mean, a celebrity, someone who is on the internet or something. Like, you are supposed to be noticed. You're a performer. Leo, a leader. But as long as you're in low vibrational energy, you will never amount to your potential. Your north node is your potential. And so far, you're failing your potential. That is your whole reason for being on this planet. If you have Aquarius in your north node, or whatever's in your north node, that's your whole reason for being here. And for the karmic feminine out there that has Aquarius in their north node, you're going to have to get a brand new perspective on what healing is. And you're going to have to stop manipulating people, and you're going to have to stop lying, and you're going to have to stop taking. The universe is going to make all of these things impossible for you until you either stop yourself because you give up, you repent, and you just say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Or the restrictions keep getting heavier until you pass away. Literally. And it's all in what you make of it. The more you're holding on, okay, think of two people pulling a rope. They're both pulling on it. They're both hurting their hands. Except, I'm not the one holding a rope. You think you're imagining, karmic feminines are imagining holding a rope with the divine feminine, pulling and pulling and pulling, spiritually and with gossip and slander and all of that. And it's just gonna make your whole situation worse. So when you're pulling on this rope, you're hurting your hand. Your hand's hurting you. But think of your hand as your soul. Your soul is all scuffed up and exposed and irritated and in pain. And something has to be done about it. You're just making the situation so much worse, being in the 9 of air energy, worrying and overthinking, being full of anxiety, having nightmares and not sleeping, expecting the worst yourself. Everything that, whenever you expect the worst, it creates the self-fulfilling prophecies. You did it to yourself. And now you're all worn out. You're miserable. You're unhappy. You're pissed off. And you're not healthy. Period. There is nothing happening in your life right now. Because you don't have any confidence. When you find your confidence, you can achieve your dreams and whatever your skill is or whatever your talent is that you didn't capitalize on chasing. What was your original dream, karmic feminine? What did you dream about but didn't try to follow it? You didn't choose that path because you're too scared to try. Or maybe you tried once and failed. What was that? Gotta get back to that. That's what you gotta get desperate for. To try to find the you that you once had. Your dream. What was your dream before all of this happened? Before this marriage even happened? What was your dream when you were a child of what you would do with your life? What was that? You gotta channel that desperation that you feel to cling on to these emperors. And instead of clinging on to the emperors and keep popping up like the evil Energizer Bunny, wanting to return, wanting to apologize, wanting to seduce and destroy, whatever. Instead of doing that, why don't you just let that old plan go? And go back to your original plan, your original dream. It's very creative, and you're very good at it, but you're self-conscious about it. You have serious, complex issues, meaning like you're very insecure about yourself, insecure about your abilities, insecure around other people. It shows in your face. It shows in your life. Nothing is successful until you let it go. The emperor's gone, or is leaving, or whatever. And instead of doing all this interference and trying to get the emperor back by winning at all costs, lying, theft, deception, and trickery and manipulation. Instead of wasting your time and your energy on that, because really, you don't have a whole lot of good energy here to burn up. You don't want to burn yourself up and burn yourself out completely. This is how you save your life. Follow your original dream. Before you gave up trying to do anything so you could get supported. By another person. You need to learn how to provide that support and foundation for yourself. Because you never had it. And you didn't know that you didn't have it. But it's a serious lack. Because it makes you behave backwards than everyone else. Mean, nasty, hateful, vindictive, jealous. It's all so unnecessary. Page of Swords in reverse. You're just a stalker. You're stalking the Emperor. You're stalking the Empress. You stalk other people. And you're a gossiper. And a slanderer. You talk bad about people behind their back. That is not a person to be respected. These are flaws in your personality and your behaviors that are being required by the universe for you to change. Please clarify the Hierophant in the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse. There's no harmony, there's no balance, there's no love. This marriage is a chore. It's too much. This is two people who don't get along, winging it. Gemini energy. And look at this. The Sun in reverse with the Four of Swords in the upright. You really need to to heal. Heal your body, your mind, and your emotions, your soul. This is healing, rest, meditation, and recovery. You need to recover. You need to heal. You need to raise your vibrations. Getting this back and being in this energy, stalking on the Emperor or anybody else, is not going to help you. It's only going to hinder you. It's only going to create more restrictions from Saturn and more karma to you. Instead of focusing and meditating on this relationship getting healed, you need to heal your own self. Pour that unconditional love into yourself and save your own life. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles for Aquarius and the Cross Watchers, please and thank you. The Hierophant in the reverse. You're holding on too tight. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. You can't get any more clear. This is what you should be holding on to. Because this is the energy you're in. But this was at the top of the deck like this. So this is saying that instead of this, Four of Pentacles with the Hierophant, you should be claiming and holding on to the Nine of Pentacles here. Independence. Making it out there on your own. You've been holding yourself back for too long. This is following your soul. This is further damaging your soul, hanging on to the marriage. This marriage isn't good for your soul. That's why it has to go. And it's not good for your soul because as long as this marriage is in place, you will have no will or desire to be independent financially. Because you're greedy. Four of Pentacles talks about being greedy. And because you didn't because you didn't have the confidence in yourself to be this, you were just always this. Right? Financially needy. Because holding on to the marriage is holding on to being financially dependent. You're not meant to be in poverty, but you will be in poverty as long as you're not focused on what your soul needs. This is what your soul needs right now. You need you. You can't do shit for anyone else until you heal yourself. And it takes a long time. It takes hard work. It sucks looking at all of the ugly parts of yourself and to have to take accountability for everything that you've done. Ask for forgiveness. But then the worst part of it is just starting in the journey and doing the work. because you're just starting. You're trying, you're failing, you're trying, you're failing, you're trying, you're failing, you're trying, you're failing, you're trying, you're failing. You give up for a little while, and then you're like, oh, gotta get back to it. You try, you fail. But the more you try, the more you practice, the more it builds up a momentum. And it takes a while for that momentum to happen. Oh, this is my Chariot reference. Oh, where's my Chariot card? Okay, so right now your Chariot's in the reverse. And here we go. Yeah. And it was in the deck reverse too. So here we go. So right now, this is the karmic energy. Stuck. Not having any success or victory. Not moving forward. They're just stuck. They're living in the past. The past is their present. So, when you're clinging on to being desperate to be financially independent in your intentions and in your desires, to do whatever it takes to be financially independent on your own, it's going to take a while for this Chariot to start moving. Is what I'm trying to say. You try, you fail, you give up. You try, you fail, you give up for a little bit. You try, you give up, you fail, you try, you try, you try, you try, you fail, you try again, until the Chariot is finally in upright. Okay? And this is a two-part step, because when my Chariot was in the reverse, I have a Chariot in my 12th house. So something that was so unconscious to me came to a conscious. But that was just me. Because whatever. But it started, okay, so I was stagnant, right? And I was desperate to be able to take care of myself financially. Okay? So I did stuff. I tried. I got a job. I tried. I failed it. I got another one. My Chariot started slowly going to upright eventually. It took some months. Under a year to get it to the upright. That felt better, but it still wasn't moving. That's what I mean. It's a two-step process. Once you get it to upright, then you gotta get it to move. And that is with your work efforts. All the hard work that you do on yourself. The more you do to help yourself, to improve yourself, so you can improve the lives of others, that will get this Chariot chugging. Choo choo. And then pretty soon, you'll notice it moving a little bit. You're taking your baby steps. And it feels good because you haven't been able to take them steps before because you were like this. But you're going forward step at a time because you're doing the work. You're focused on your financial stability, taking a job and focused on, making the best out of the shitty situation you've been handed. 3939 on the counter. The link will be in the description box below for the Angel Numbers Index cards, or the Angel Numbers Index, where it always is. And then after the baby steps, this Chariot's going to start moving a little bit faster with some speed. Picking up a little bit of speed. A little bit at a time. Because the momentum would be rolling. And what is that? Working on yourself, being in counseling, working, being employed, being caring and generous and not lying to people. Really just making your best efforts to make the best decisions, and your chariot will start moving forward again for you. And then you can realize the original dream that you had that you gave up on. Dude, I'm not pulling any more cards. I mean, I usually pull a whole lot more cards than this, but this is a full-on fucking reading. And it's yours to do what you will with it. You have a lot of information between all of my videos that you're popping up in. There's really good nuggets to help you move forward in your own life and chase that original dream that you had before you got married. Because I really think that the marriage was you giving up on the dream. Because you didn't have the confidence to chase it. Or maybe you did once and you tried and you failed and then it just kept you away. Whatever. I urge and implore you not to waste your potential. You do have the capability of learning from this, ascending, being the best person that you can be, and then suddenly getting rich and famous. Not even shitting you. Especially if you have Aquarius and Leo both in your chart. Hello? Leo is the sun, the spotlight, and Aquarius is the star. That's a performer in show business. What do you do? Do you sing? I wonder. I think I'm right. Because you're like you're sort of kind of like my Magneto to my Professor X. The exact opposites of each other, but also similar. Dude, I don't have Aquarius in my chart. You do. Until you learn to utilize all of the energies in your birth chart in a higher vibrational way. That's all you will be, is just potential. Potential unrealized is a tragedy. 4444 on the counter. What is the final guidance for Aquarius and their cross watchers at this time? Please and thank you. Othila. This talks about traditions. This tradition of keeping marriages like this together. It's just ineffective. I can't find it. Hold on. It fell out like this, though. There's no nobility in the traditions that you're keeping, karmics. The rune is connected to wealth, but above all, what we inherit from our ancestors. Well, you didn't inherit anything because you can't yet. You have to work for it. You have to earn it. A noble sheik dressed luxuriously studies a golden urn covered with precious stones that most likely is part of the treasure left to him by his ancestors. Blood ties, however problematic or intolerable, are still important and implicate us for all of our lives. Just because you're karmic doesn't mean you're insignificant. You might feel insignificant by being in the Five of Pentacles energy and being in separation from the Emperor as the Emperor starts a whole different life. But you're part of these children. Don't you want to give your children someone that they can really look up to? Because you're not that at all. You're an imposter at this time. It is essential to recognize the value of these blood ties. Your family, for better or for worse. The traditions that were the traumatizing and abusive patterns that kept getting passed down in generations in your family. You must realize that you are the result of your past, because you're living your life out every day in that past programmed energy of pain and abuse and trauma, etc. You must start from your roots, which is healing your inner child, healing the behaviors that you do that your family has always done, that have never worked for anyone. It's time to respect your ancestors, because I don't think that they would want you to be doing the shit that you're doing. I just got a download about the Karmic Feminine Spirit team has abandoned them. And they're completely unprotected. And their spirit team has been replaced with demons and lower vibrational entities for some time. Your ancestors have turned their backs on you, karmics. What ties do you find it difficult to abandon? The behaviors of the people in your family, in generations upon generations upon generations that hurt, abuse, and mistreat others. What ties would it be wise to rediscover? Or to discover in the first place? Unconditional love and confidence. That's the whole reason for doing this. Othela anchors us to our identity, reinforces blood ties, and bestows well-being. Well, it's in the reverse. The sun's in the reverse too. Your physical health is in danger. There's something not right with the physical health here. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. But there is something wrong. I don't know if it could be reversed. I don't know. I don't make the rules, and I only know what they tell me. We're on a need-to-know basis here. And I told you everything you need to know. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I appreciate y'all so very much. Every one of you. Thank you. I pray that these readings open your eyes to the truth. May you have ears to hear and eyes to see, and a mind to know that I'm telling the truth. You could do it too. Just gotta channel desperation. Let go of this. Cling on to financial independence. Have a great rest of your month, and I'll talk to y'all soon.